on Twitch to make sure that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna play through watching your Twitch screen.
Oh, let me put the pants right on.
That's gonna be a mad delay. That's gonna be so terrible.
It's like what, 10, 15 seconds?
It's like Marilyn, the giant hawk swoops at your eyes. What do you do? Oh my gosh, I ducked.
That's so funny. Yeah, I muted that. That was bad.
Yep, I just did the thing there. Okay, yep.
And so, okay, so just to run through real quick. So we have proficiency in light armor, proficiency in...
You do.
I do. Proficiency in one skill.
No, you just have light armor proficiency.
Okay, like that's it.
Yep. And well, you get one cantrip that you can use one time a day.
Once per day?
No, it's however long your normal. So I think clerics get it every long rest.
Mm-hmm.
No, cantrips you don't need to worry about. You just do them every 6 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, cantrips.
Cantrips all the time.
Yeah, cantrips are like every 6 seconds you can cast it.
Hell yeah.
You know, cantrips aren't meant to be like, I summon the fireball. It's like, ooh, look at me. My fingers light on fire for 6 seconds and then they go out.
I spit at you with a little bit of poison.
Chewy. Pew, pew. Honk a loogie at you. Woo.
Hey.
What up, Twitch?
What up, baby?
All right, I'm gonna take us off this ugly test page here.
Everyone use your free Amazon Twitch Primes on John.
And without further delay, we will begin our session.
Game time.
Previously, our adventurers.
Previously on that.
Hey, come on now.
Previously on Amazon Prime.
Previously on the Wheel of Time. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons. Previously, you all went to go find the Forest Guardian, who was the rumored Bigfoot, trampling around the woods and mountains around. You found him, and he found you. And he wasn't all what you expected. You found yourself a giant, well, giant to you, Warforged, who was bare bones, no armor, just basically a metal frame. C-3PO from episode 1, for those who have no imagination. You found him and you talked to him for a while. You were able to convince him to come back into town with you. That way nobody would be scared of big green glowing eyes that sometimes appear along the mountain ridges. While you were there, the elven mayor came and basically detained him. For what reason, you are not sure. However, during the festival that was going on, everybody was having fun, playing games. During the festival, there was a occurrence where a shadowy voice came and announced, "This lie has infiltrated the whole kingdom. This whole kingdom is built on lies." And he threw a black-coated ivory dagger down into the ground, which then emitted a pulsing corruption field. Without hesitating, as soon as the big giant robot that you guys brought to town saw it, he walked straight through the corruption field. And I didn't describe this last time, so I'm doing it now. It's almost like he was made for this. Like the corruption spell, as soon as it hit those first few people that were in the crowd, their skin started to kind of wither away. It's like there's like a necrotic kind of like seeping of life out of it. But when Cypress walked right through it, nothing happened. He has no organic tissue. He has no organic matter. And so he was able to safely cross into this bubble of corruption, grab it, and then a green light glowed from inside of him, and he channeled some kind of divine energy, and the dagger broke, the corruption field vanished, and things got better. The mayor then released him after kind of talking to him for a little bit, making sure he wasn't going to destroy the town or anything. And so that is where we left off last time. So roll the skip recap button. You will see the words 3 years later along the bottom of your screen.
Whoa.
A beautiful sunrise is cresting over the Braven Ridge right now. There is birds singing, wind in the air. Not a lot has happened, not like 3 years ago at least. Since then, you guys and your gang have gone on many adventures and spent many times just wandering around the woods trying to find more of these things. Your time with the big giant Warforged, who turned out to be more of a friend than you really thought he would be, came and went. He would come into town for a little while, stay, talk to you guys, but every so often he would wander off, but he always came back. He would go months at a time, 2 months at a time. He'd come back, say, oh, I went out on this ridge over here. It was pretty beautiful. We should go check it out sometime. You guys would go explore it. Every once in a while, though, there was a couple longer stretches, and whenever he came back, he always had an even longer story to tell. However, let's see, the last time you saw Cypress was about a year ago. It's very strange. He's not come back yet. And that is your thought, Marilyn, as you wake up and look out the window. You can already hear your parents downstairs cooking breakfast. Your brother Tom is kind of stomping by like, oh, man, I actually slept in once. Why didn't they wake me up? You hear your voice, your parents calling for you. Marilyn, breakfast.
Well, if my brother's up, I better go make a good showing of it. I'm trying to be hot on his heels out the door. So I'm trying to be downstairs right behind him.
Tell me what is in your room right now. You are about 13 years old. Is there any... Are there any like traveling menagerie posters like hanging on the wall? Like maybe you have like a set of like a little tiny cork board where you're like have like little practice like knives that you're throwing on the wall.
Yeah, I think I have a couple different things. Just things that I might have collected that look either they kind of look like they might be from a different country, or I'm just convincing myself that they are. Maybe like ads from like a flyer or like playing cards that kind of look cool, and little things I can put on a board that I can throw a knife at. That knife that I won a couple years ago. I play with that a lot. I have a couple of little knick-knack knives that I play with, but just little things that remind me that there's more out there than just our little town.
Okay, yeah, beautiful. All right, so you're heading downstairs. You get some breakfast. It's the usual business. You know, your dad's, he's, you know, no nonsense as normal. Your mom is ever the charismatic one of the group. Your brother, he says to you, Tom, I don't know, man. He says it over a mouthful of eggs. Maybe sometime soon you'll get the knack for it, but I guess we'll just keep trying, you know? I mean, you did master that one spell, right? You can do it now. He's asking about what cantrip you know now.
Yeah, well, I've been working on, because you've been helping me, but you've been teasing me a lot. So I've been really working on my vicious mockery.
That's my job as your big bro.
So I think I have it down now. I think I can hurl a couple little tasteful insults every now and then. It seems to be working for me.
Oh. But I was trying to get you to learn healing word.
I thought about it. And I'll work on it, but I don't know. You just give me a bit of a hard time, and this one felt natural.
Your mother kind of comes along and puts her hand on your shoulder like, don't worry, my dear. Not everybody is cut out for the healing arts.
Well, I want to do what Dad and my brother are doing, but I'm figuring it out. I'm trying my best. I like music though. There's something about music. It's just the things you show me.
That's what you get from me. You won't find your father with any type of instrument in his hands. No, I'm afraid that Marilyn is all mine. Your dad just kind of like, he's still my son though, and All right, well, I guess time to hit the clinic. Tom? Okay, Dad, I'm coming. Your mom kind of takes you to a side and just says, now, Marilyn, I bargained with your father for this day. Use it wisely. Now, what instrument are you playing now? I thought I heard you playing the, was it the flute?
Yes, I was playing on the flute last night.
All right, listen. Maybe sometime we play together, yeah?
I'd love that.
All right, I'm going to go help your father. While you're at your little practice stone thing that I know you have out there in the woods, I have peeked on you. Try to play flawlessly. All the way. Take your time, go slow at first, and then work your way up, all right?
I'll do my best.
All right, I'll see you for lunch.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, my dear.
Come on.
So you kind of trot out the door. You can't wait to get to the fallen waystone that marks your territory, basically. Mm-hmm. So you hurry on over there, and the camera kind of pans out as you're running away, just like we did last time. I liked it so much, I'm going to do it again. It kind of zooms in over on
I like it.
On the Bright Moons. The Bright Moons Natural Remedies and Fortune-Telling Store, where a kind of sleepy-haired collect key kind of comes down the stairs. And your mother she's not gotten any better at cooking since the last time we checked in. Currently, there is a egg that she's trying to like scrape off like the skillet, like this blasted thing, and it like actually comes off, and it's like just black on the other side. She says, well, you never get better unless you try. Oh, my Kiki, good morning.
Good morning.
Collect Key, I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check.
I forgot to get my dice out.
Oh no! Party foul!
Yeah, I thought I had everything ready. I didn't.
So a perception check is a d20 with... nope, you don't add your proficiency because you don't have proficiency. But you will add your...
Wisdom
modifier, yes.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Plus, I have a 4 wisdom modifier.
A 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kiki doesn't see shit.
Okay. Well,
she only sees the salt and the pepper, and that's what her eyes are going to.
Yeah. No, your father comes in and he says, "Oh, my Kiki, good morning to you."
Good morning, Father.
Now listen, we wanted to tell you this on your last birthday, but things got a little crazy with that cake.
We had to put so much cayenne.
You look over and there's still like that burn mark on like the side of the wall where like the oven caught on fire. He says, "Darling, there are some things we need to talk about."
Okay, is it? I mean, like, I took the cayenne last night, but like that was just because I was doing some cooking. I mean, like I put it back.
Oh, no. Nothing like that. So you sit down at the table and your parents kind of sit like across from you, which is like, what in the world? Usually you kind of all sit around the table. They're kind of both like conferencing you, basically. They say, Kiki, and he kind of like pats his wife, like, go on, dear, tell her.
I want you to know Kiki is like entirely like instantly nervous and like on edge, and like her knee is just bouncing like a mile a minute.
Your mom kind of says, my dear, it is time you knew the truth. I mean, we've probably suspected that you've known this for a long time. You're not the tiefling.
Her leg instantly stops bouncing, like deadpan. She says, I'm sorry?
Tieflings, horns and everything. Usually the horns, they don't come in until, you're about 8, 9. But no, yours haven't come in, honey. You're not a tiefling.
This is, I'm not gonna lie, you had me there. You had me there.
Your dad says,
I mean, I knew that.
My dear, listen. We are still your parents, okay? And I know I've got the blue skin. You've got the bluish hue of your skin. But your freckles, they glow golden. Have you noticed?
Kiki is instantly up and walking around the room. Like,
honey, just calm down, honey. Listen, have a seat.
She says, I thought the freckles were a result from one of my earlier potions. Bioluminescent one.
I do have the freckle potion, but no, it's not like that. Your mother kind of says, Kiki, it's time you knew the truth. Your father and I, we did have a baby. But
and it was me.
You are my sweet baby, and I love you so much. I can't do this. Honey, you're doing great. Just keep it up. She's just my baby. Honey, I know. Okay, I will tell her. Look, we did have a baby. However, she died an hour after she was born. Your mother and I, we were so distraught. We were so hurt with pain. We went out to the graveyard to bury her, and your mother, she stayed there for 3 days, crying and praying to any and every god she could pick. The next morning, I went back to the graveyard to get her, bring her some bread because she needed to eat. And there she was holding you. She was just there. I said, where did this baby come from? She said, you tell her. I cannot tell this part. She says,
so you stole a baby?
No. I was there over the grave of her newborn baby, and I was praying, and all of a sudden I heard a voice. And the voice said, I've heard your sorrows and your prayers, and I see how much you love your baby. And I don't know how to describe it. I was in a white place, and you were there laying on the floor of this completely white place. And I went and I picked you up, and when I looked into your eyes, it was all I could focus on. And as soon as I knew, I said, I must take care of this baby, I was back. I don't know what happened. But, honey, I know you're really upset about the horns not coming in, but it was time that we told you, okay?
Kiki is entirely in denial. She's still trying to process everything. And so I think what she does is, without another word, just walks out of the house and into the woods.
Take it home. It's okay, honey. We did the right thing. She needed to know. She's like 13 years old now. She should have guessed this a long time ago anyways. Just give her a day. She'll be fine. Okay, so I'm guessing you kind of walk out and you are just heading to your place because that is your solace area.
Yes, and she is entirely indulging in old habits on the way, of kind of having like a bit of a nervous tick, of having like that extra energy that just needs to be. And so she goes to her abandoned windmill.
All right, cool.
Because that's the one place she feels safe
as a
child. Yeah,
so as we kind of follow you out down the street, the camera kind of keeps spinning, and then we are at the up and back over to the kind of main area of town where Aeon is coming downstairs for breakfast. Aeon is he comes downstairs, he sees the usual side. Balnor is not Balnor. Freaking heck. Andal, I said Balnor. Andal Balnor is there, who, he's kind of got his morning reports and stuff he's stacked up. He's once again eating a bran muffin and drinking some very strong tea. Good morning, there, son. Got some breakfast over here for you. Well, everything looks pretty good. We've got, I don't know. You remember that thing that kind of happened 3 years ago at the festival? And he kind of like flips through like a couple of his older books, and here it is. He pulls it out. It's the report from the festival 3 years ago when the corruption dagger incident happened. Remember that. You may not know this, but he's been talking to me every time he comes into town. And he pulls out another notebook. He says, he's been doing this ever since he woke up years ago. And he doesn't remember everything. And it's really hard to get him to tell me where it is that he's finding these things. But I kind of made a rough map. And he kind of like holds out the folder and then like it flip. And then like unfolds, he's got one of those like hidden maps inside his journal. And he kind of traces his finger all along the mapped region kind of Braven. He says, from what he has done, or at least he thinks he's done in these areas, it's almost a pattern. You see, it's kind of in a wide arc coming around here, and he's showing you on the map. And I'm going to flip it over to the main map here. He's kind of showing everybody on the main map that it is kind of like this spiraling circle that's kind of slowly kind of working its way towards the middle of town. He said, now we've not seen him months at least. Let me see. Last recorded sighting of, what does he go by now? I always called him CY3PO. or CYP3. That makes sense. Anyways, he hasn't been seen in about 8 months, and there's been other sightings. Look here. So he'll kind of show you around the map. The oregano farm had a dagger that is still actually currently there because no one is able to kind of get close enough in. And Cypress hasn't been seen in months. He says there's another one here, kind of over here in between the Hathon farm and the Skobex over there. He says, this is troubling. If it comes into town again and Cypress isn't here, it could be very bad. Perhaps. You're right to draw that conclusion, son. That was the first thing that I thought as well. This is obviously not random chaos. This is something that seems deliberate. Although the time frame doesn't really match up. Times are never really concurrent with each other. How about this? I've got some work to do today. Got some more reports to file, keep away for security purposes. Do you think you could take your little group of friends and maybe look for him? Mm-hmm. Now, hold on one second. He's going to go and he's going to bring this little box, and it's got a he hands it to you and he says, I got this for you. A couple months ago, back whenever I needed to get a hold of you and I couldn't find you, well, here, just open it up. So this is the newest model of the Speaking Stone. He says, now this is tied directly to mine. And he kind of pulls out his thing. I don't quite know how to work it. Hello? And you hear this like weird reverberating, hello? And it's his voice. He says, now, with this, I feel a little safer if you and your friends were able to kind of go on out. I don't think that you're going to be in any immediate danger. The magic barrier field that keeps fays, fiends, celestials, and all that stuff out of town is it's still up and running. So, you know you're smart, boy. You're smart. I know you can watch out for yourself. But you use that if you need me. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so the normal Speaking Stone has this like weird ugly face on it. This has Balnor's face like etched into it with like the mustache, even with like the curl, and it's kind of like the side profile. And he kind of holds his up, and it's like a little sketched version of you in there, and he's like, see, matching phones.
Hey, DM, what were the names of those two farm areas where the things have been sighted?
Let's see. This one was
Haffen Farm was one, and
farm. This one, I think I said like Arelido, like oregano, but with like without a G. Arelido. And then I think I said something like that. Was the S one?
yeah, the half in between Haffen and the other one that started with an S.
think it was Schenectady.
Did we want to use the text feature and pop the names on?
I mean, we
yeah, I can do that. Hang on one second.
Like after this is done, we can just like pull it up on the stream.
Yeah.
Watch it on the stream to find out.
All right. So here, let me put that up there for you. I'll go ahead and drop it. Token map. Let's do something.
And I don't even know if you noticed, but he definitely called him Balnor at the. This is Balnor's thing. I think he's just officially.
He's officially Balnor, huh? Dang it.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know. I don't think that's copyrighted anyways. No, it's okay.
It probably is. We're gonna
Probably.
get. It's all right. Yeah, Andal Balnor. Gotcha. You know, you're right. You're right. Okay, so this is the.
And as long as the descriptions don't match up with the name, then that wouldn't really hold up. Because it's just the name.
Yeah, he's not a stocky halfling with a glorious mustache and a taste for tuna.
This is a bald old man with a taste for bran muffins.
There you go. Totally different.
With
Very
a beautiful handlebar mustache. He is a single father who has done his very best to get a hold of you on several times, and he is not quite in with like the women's circle of the town. Everybody, kind of says like, "When's that? When's Alador gonna? Not Alador. Whoops, mix up Andal. When is Andal gonna settle down? Hey, come on, man. All right." Everybody in this region kind of has that Andal, Anadol, Alador kind of name. It's still early sessions. Oh, that's really small. Can I make that any bigger? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go get some trouble. Nice. But the word stick keeps coming into your head. Stick. Stick. We will leave Aeon pondering the name of his big friend that he has spent the last 3 years on and off getting to know. That's true. It's like, oh yeah, what was that? No, it's like that. Like you remember his face, but like you see a friend and you're like, hey, somebody else, please say it. Or for you, it's somebody else, please think it so I can hear it. Cool. You are walking by, and the camera kind of zips over to the Noble Blight family. You've been waiting for this. Josh, you were last time. We're not going to be last this time. And Steven, you were the first last time, so you're last this time. All right, so Josh, you are up. Describe your morning routine for me in the Noble Blight family.
Okay. every time I wake up, first thing I do is look out the window, and then I grab one of my books and I pull up my chair, sit down, just do a quick reading, and then I head downstairs.
You get your mom casts a spell message, whispers right into your brain. She says, "Breakfast is ready, Vabir. Come on down."
Yay.
Yes, Mother. On my way.
Okay, so you send the reply via the message spell, and you head on down. You come on down, and they've got they are the family that uses magic for like everything. So they have the like the cantrip, like prestidigitation,
We're doing good.
fixing up the plates that are dirty, and they have magic for everything. And there's a veritable breakfast feast there for you. And your dad, he kind of sits down across the table from you, and he says, "Vabril, hey, something I want to talk to you about."
Yes, Father.
Do you remember 3 years ago when the incident happened at the festival?
Yes, Father. I remember that day.
Yes. Ever since then, I have been in contact with the head of our order. And so you would instantly recall that this is the head of kind of like your group of people that left the Empire whenever things just got too crazy. And you were too young to remember the journey, but you definitely have heard his name tossed around before. He says, "I have been in contact with Dagon Viermeyer, and he is coming to town. I asked him to, quite frankly, you're stuffed with this corruption thing. It has popped up on several farms outside of town, and your little robot friend has not been around. We need some help. So I'm calling in the big guns, so to speak. That being said, I want you to take this to him. He is actually over there he is actually working. Yes, I am trying to use the common speech. So he's stumbling over his words a little bit because he's not talking Brune Empire. He's talking like common, basically. He hands you a couple books, slides them across the table. He's operating near kind of where your secret hideout is. Yes, I know about your secret hideout, and I do scry on you from time to time. As I told you I would. Your mother kind of like, "Psst. Honey, he's a 13-year-old boy. He needs his privacy. I have seen you with a practiced sword. I have told you violence is not the answer."
Daddy.
Yes, Father. I do understand. In my, from what I can remember, I feel like sometimes violence might be needed, but I understand you, Father, and I'm practicing to be prepared in case anything might happen.
Son, this is why we study magic. With the proper use of magic, and he kind of and he casts Hold Person on you. So roll a this is a Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, a Wisdom saving throw. You need to beat an 18.
Oh, shoot. Come on, Pops. What the heck is that?
This is your father, the Grand Mage.
All right, here we go. 10 plus 2.
All right, so you are instantly just, you kind of have like half of like an omelet bite to your mouth, and it's like starting to like the cheese is starting to kind of like drip, and like mushrooms have fallen out on your lap now because it hasn't gotten into your mouth. and you are stuck. And he says, with the proper instrumentation of magic, violence can be avoided. This is why we study. You cannot talk? Oh, yes. And he drops the spell.
Yes, Father. I understand.
I hope I don't have to do that again. I don't like using magic on you, son. Your mother kind of like, son, it is best. Try not to upset your father. We came all the way to from the Empire to here so that you can have a better life, away from violence.
Yes, Mother.
Oh, now go. I will send a message to Dagon telling him that you're on the way.
All right.
I've
Father.
actually told him where your secret hideout is. So he will meet you there.
All right. Father, Mother, I'll be on my way.
All right. You kind of hop, skip, and jump out of there before your dad decides to have another lecture about the evils of violence and proprieties of magic. And you kind of, you kind of pass in. You actually see Milo in his family's house window, and you kind of like wave by as you're like going this way. Milo, your family's already there. You actually have like 3 cousins over for breakfast. You've got it's a full house, but 3 cousins over for breakfast. That's just another Wednesday, man.
Yeah. Hey, pass the salt, cousin.
Oh, Milo, you want the salt? Salt in your pancakes? What's going on with your boy here? Your dad says, I don't know. Maybe he's still asleep.
It's for the eggs on the side.
Oh, you don't trust your mother's cooking, eh? Your mom kind of says, Milo, I know how to salt me eggs. That's fine if you have to. It's a little scarce. The Hafen farm hasn't been able to produce as much. So go easy on your eggs. You have a typical raucous family breakfast with your extended family. Your older cousins are kind of like jibing you a little bit like, hey, Milo, so are you on your mom's team or your dad's team?
I'm on my own team, of course. That's the one that's gonna win. What are we competing for?
They all kind of like snicker at each other, and your dad's like, no, don't get him too worked up. He is going to be able to pick out which guard he's going to be. The city watch or the temple guard, all right? Your mom says, but of course, dear. And everyone knows he's going to make the smart choice of the temple guard. And your dad's like, smart choice for a donkey, maybe. What was that? Nothing, dear. Thanks for the pancakes. I'm out the door. And he kind of like scurries out the door. Your mom says, now, dear, your father ran away like a little bitty city coward. He forgot to give you this. And she kind of takes out a little knapsack. She says, while you're out exploring the woods, here's your lunch.
Oh, thank you.
All right, dear. Now, don't go break a leg. And your cousin kind of says under his breath, like, if anything, he'd get a splinter in his hand from that little wooden sword he uses.
Hey, I'm using the bow now, too.
Ooh, big man, eh? You're big for a halfling, buddy. They kind of tassel your hair and they say, all right, you get out of here.
I tried to tassel back, but I'm just at the height to where like I can't reach.
Yeah, you kind of tassel them and it like goes up their nose and like, Milo. Cool. So, all right. So you kind of run out to your spot. Let's see. We've got everybody in their locations. Cool. So some time passes. You guys are kind of there. In your locations, you've got some time. I imagine everybody's kind of going through their own thing. We've got Marilyn. He's going off on the flute. He's just kind of zoned in, which if there's a good breeze, usually everybody can kind of pick up a couple faint notes of a flute playing every once in a while. Marilyn, though, your spot is right next to the road, kind of. It's the closest to the main road that leads into town. And you hear some wagons coming in, and there are a lot more wagons than normal. Like normally this time of year isn't very busy. And one of the wagons that comes by, you kind of look up and notice it says Luca Tiepolo's Traveling Menagerie. And you kind of like, whoop. So are you going to do anything?
Do a bit of a double take there.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was like a trombone where you get like more. But yeah, I've been wanting to see that guy again for a while.
Cool. Yeah, so Luca Tiepolo, for those of you who do or do not remember, he was he's like a traveling menagerie kind of person. He had like a little game stall where he had to like throw the ring over like the glass bottles that have all been greased. And so he kind of hears like the flute playing and he's like, that's very good. Do you do anything or are you just going to let it go?
Well, I guess that depends. Did we as like a group plan to meet up, or am I kind of free for the time being?
I'd say usually Alador kind of comes and gets all you guys whenever it's time to have like a group meeting. You haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, so if I'm not really expecting him, I think I'm going to try and run up and just put my nose right up in their business, just kind of involved right away.
So you run up and there's this like kind of like he sees you coming and he's like, what the? And he kind of pulls his cart off to the side of the road and everybody's kind of going past him and he says, all right, everybody, let's go. Keep on going. I'll be there in just a minute. Hey, I remember you, little boy.
I would hope so.
You might be bigger than me now. And he hops off his cart, and he is this dark-skinned, dark-bearded dwarf. And the last time you saw him, you guys were about eye level. He says, whoa, you've really sprouted. Now, I don't normally say this because I travel to all over parts of the world. But I remember you, lad. How's your knife throwing been going?
Practicing all the time. It's going really good.
Oh, hey, hold on 1 second. Kind of opens up his little wagon door. All right, 10 paces. Show me what you got.
All right. Do I have a knife on me?
I assume you have like a knife up your left sleeve, a knife up your right sleeve. One of them kind of like tucked in back here. One of them over here. Another two in your boot.
Like it's almost a danger to myself if I was to fall over because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah. No, your mom who like sews your clothes back together all the time is like, how did you get all these cuts in this sleeve? Is he going through thorn bushes or something?
I have so many tattoos where I can just do jutsu and pull them out.
Roll a ranged attack throw.
All right. That would be, help me with that, please.
So that is a dexterity modifier.
Got it.
You would roll a d20, you would add your dexterity modifier. And I don't believe you have proficiency yet unless you... no, that's just a skill.
Yeah, I don't think so. 13.
13, okay. So it doesn't hit bullseye, but it does hit, pretty decent. He says, that's not bad. All right, well, I'm going to be setting up shop.
Why are you here? What is this?
I travel around. What do I say? I'm a traveling merchant and menagerie now. I have some strange animals that I found down in Jervara. No, I like this region around this time of year. The trees are so beautiful. I love it. There's not going to be any this time, eh?
We hope not. Stick hasn't been around in a long time. He's a good guy. I don't know if you remember. We like him a lot, but he hasn't been here in quite some time. But I need to go tell my friends you're here. Can I come catch up with you later?
I tell you what, boy, I'll be in town setting up my shop. You can't miss it.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. He kind of like
scurry out of there.
throws down like a little step ladder, gets up into his wagon, and then he's going. So it's a little bit later. We have Alador. He kind of comes around and like, hey guys. His voice kind of cracks a little bit. How's everybody doing today? He kind of gathers all of you guys. So now you're now together, kind of in the old watchtower, which is where Vabril and Aeon usually hang out.
Okay.
So you're in like the bottom. Yeah, you're in like the bottom floor of the old watchtower.
I'm trying to.
Milo immediately notices and asks about it excitedly.
Same with Kiki.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
Whoa, what is that?
Nice rock, man.
Man, that rocks.
Thanks, I call it Dwayne.
So can you hear us right now? Okay.
Kiki is instantly sprouting off different theories as well for like how it could work, and is like just intensely eyeballing it.
I'm like trying to press on it. I'm like, hey, Mr. Balnor.
How far away can we go? Does it work underwater? What if we're like falling down through the sky? Would it still work then?
Ooh.
Yes.
Kiki's already leading the way to the stream.
Alador says, guys, they have to be able to like hear your voice to work through one of those. And he kind of holds up like he's had one for like a little bit of time. Like it's like just wait till your parents are always calling you on it like all the time. Mom's always getting on to me about it.
Then we can just throw it in the stream and say, oh, sorry, I didn't pick up. I couldn't hear you.
I don't think she would get a kick out of that. And kind of like as he mentions his mom, he kind of says like, oh, hang on. And he picks up his phone and his mom says, Alador, today you will not be fooling around with friends as you normally have been. I need you here. There is a regent coming in from the kingdom and we must meet with him. Alador kind of sighs and he puts his phone down. He covers like the mouthpiece. He's like, guys, sorry, I gotta take this. Mom wants me to be like the next mayor or whatever, but you kind of hear like underneath his hand is this like muffled of like, Alador, covering the mouthpiece does not mute the spell on your end. Beautiful thing. We'll have a talk about this later. Crap. Sorry, guys. I gotta bounce today.
Yeah. I'm sure I told him I saw like Luca and the whole crew rolling in.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. My mom told me they were coming in, and I'm really excited. I hope they have some good stuff. I hear there's some pretty interesting animals from Javara.
That's what he said. I'm gonna meet up with him later.
Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
was like, trying
All right.
to rub it.
Well, hey, I'm gonna head back. I'll see you guys later. All right.
Like no big deal.
All right. So Alador kind of, like, geez, can't. Day of all days. All right, come on. And he heads out. So it is just you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cypress.
Oh,
I do miss
Stick.
it. Stick was great.
Has anybody seen Stick recently? Yes, Stick.
Yeah, Bertrand.
3 times.
His name's Cypress, but we called him Stick, and then he didn't like it, but I'm afraid it stuck. Yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm all in. Let's go.
my father also gave me a couple of scrolls and books to actually
Guys,
give to someone.
gang. Anyone?
Can you hear us?
No, I can hear you.
Oh.
We can hear
Were
you.
you
Kyle.
able to hear Josh just then? He was talking.
Do you have any of us muted?
No, it looks like the only person muted is TJ. Kyle, you might need to restart.
You guys can't hear me?
No, we can hear you.
We hear you.
Try that again.
Reconnect.
Yellow.
Hello.
All right. So I would
Okay. I think Kyle can hear Ethan. I think.
I'm good to go now.
What?
Oh, you're good to go now.
Okay.
Can you hear Josh?
Can everyone hear
Everybody,
each other?
mic check.
Yo, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Mic check here.
Take 2.
All right.
no. Is he
Vabril,
frozen?
you were saying.
Is he frozen for everybody else?
Yeah, he's frozen on
He's
mine.
frozen
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Now he's.
now. Oh, okay. He's back.
Streaming.
No, so Vabril was just saying his dad too reminded him of the incident 3 years ago, and just gave him a couple of books and scrolls to meet. He calls him one of the elders, meet one of the elders from his past and like drop it off and stuff like that. But that was it.
And Kiki during this whole thing has been very uncharacteristically quiet. And so I think that she really welcomes this adventure as like a way to take her mind off of everything. And so she's like instantly back to her old self of like, yeah, you know what? I could this sounds really good. The search for Stick.
So, what is the name of the this elder guy I'm meeting again?
So your dad told you that the kind of leader of your refugee group from the Empire, Dagon Viermeyer.
Dagon. All right.
And speaking of, you kind of mentioned this, and you hear a at the door.
Oh, go and get the door.
Sweet. Actually, this is gonna be pretty funny. It's one of those moments when like you see like Milo kind of run up to the door and he opens it, and then there's like this like moment where this like 6'8" kind of almost like cow-like features of his face. He's got this big, huge beard that only kind of goes down around his chin, kind of tufted ears, long, kind of sandy back hair. Kind of looks down at you like, "Oh, hello there, little one. Might there be a Vabril among your ranks?"
Sorry, this is our secret base. Come back later. And I close it.
You can hear through the door.
It's not much of a secret if I found it.
And you hear Vabril.
Everyone just gives up on him real fast.
You hear Vabril say, "Milo, step aside." So Vabril comes in, kind of, and reopens the door.
Cool. Vabril, you open the door, and Dagon kind of has to like duck his head, but it's something that he has to do all the time because he's very large. So he's used to it. It's just kind of like a whoop, stoops right in. He says,
"I was told by your father you had some important books for me."
"Yes, sir. Let me go get them for you." So Vabril walks to the back of his little someplace, grabs all the books, brings them back. "Here you go, sir."
"Oh, thank you. If you wouldn't mind."
and he kind of like lifts like the open satchel to his the flap to his satchel. Everyone, you kind of notice for the first time, he only has one arm. The left sleeve is kind of like tucked up on itself, and so he kind of just kind of holds open the bag. So I imagine you kind of tuck him in there. He says,
"Very well. Thank you very much, young Vabril. And might I say, it's a very good pleasure to see you again. You might not know this, but you were about maybe, well, he doesn't have the other hand. He kind of, it's hard to express with one hand. Maybe about this tall when I saw you last. I think you have a little bit of the spark that your father has, if I might say so."
"Well, thank you, sir. I am still learning. I try to read my scrolls and my books and get all the knowledge I can. I know one day I would have to carry on the legacy, and I'm doing my best not to let my family down."
"Well, that is very good. Family is very important. Even when family doesn't always agree."
he kind of gives like a knowing wink.
Yes. Father and I don't agree on the use of violence and the use of magic. But again, I honor and being under his roof, I have to follow suit. But yeah, I'm learning as much as I can from him, and this
Well, it's very good for your age. Children are to be instructed. Become a man, you'll be able to make your own decisions. Until then, learn all you can.
He kind of nods around to everybody.
I have some very important work to do, considering what is going on around here recently. I must be off.
Before he leaves, does anybody want to say anything else to him, or?
Yes, Vabril actually wanted to ask him a question.
Yeah.
And so before he leaves, Vabril says, "So, excuse me, sir, what can you enlighten me and my friends here about what's going on? So 3 years ago, my dad has explained everything to you. What was that incident? What was that magic? Because I know you know. My dad has told me a lot about you and our past, and so yeah. Could you enlighten us a little bit on what's happening?"
A very inquisitive mind, if I might say. Very good. The facts are not always enlightening as you might think. From what we can tell and what we have gathered, the spell that was used in the middle of town square was the corruption spell. It is a necrotic spell in the necrotic family, and it drains the life force out of organic material. It would seem that whoever planted this is not only very skilled in necromancy, but also a daft artificer. You see, the corruption spell is usually a more focused attack. However, for it to be implanted into an item and then allowed to continually go off instead of its normal spell time, this does not bode well. And so it would appear that whoever is placing these items around has some kind of, I don't know, the motive behind it. But that is all that we know so far.
Okay.
Yes. Your friend, the automaton, he is a relic.
What is he?
He's a relic of days long before. It's not quite something that you're ready to hear now. And I'm sure your father would probably be able to tell you just as well as I. I will allow him to do that for you.
I think I would pipe in and ask where he's at, if he knows.
What's that?
I think I would be like kind of on the edge of my seat and like pipe in and do you know where he's at?
You've lost your friend.
I haven't seen him in a year.
Let's see. If you can tell me about him, I can help you locate him.
He looks like a stick. Not quite as tall as you.
He kind of like
Grabbing stick.
like looks like a stick. Well, there's plenty of those around here. That's not help.
He's like a metal to the top.
No, you guys go through and you kind of explain it. He casts he casts locate person, and he kind of senses there's not anywhere around here, but 900 feet that direction and down, and he points like into the mountains and says down.
900 feet.
Did he take up a job
He's
as a
right
miner?
at the range. I can sense up to 1,000 feet.
Oh, he's really close.
Indeed, he is. However, that is all the time I am afraid I can spare. I'll leave you to it. I have to investigate these matters on my own. You children don't get into trouble now, you see.
No
Thank
promise.
you, big man.
All right.
All right, so he kind of leaves in a very lumbering manner. He kind of points you guys in the direction of where you need to go. So I'm assuming you guys are heading out immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Kiki's already out the door.
Right on. Anybody else? Anything?
Oh
else?
yeah, I'm heading out the door. I'm not like asking the door down, but
Does he have any what? He's a furbolg, so he's got kind of like the wide, kind of flat nose and like the ears that have like the hair coming down on the sides, and he's a furbolg, so he's got kind of like this hair kind of just all over, but he's kind of grown out like in this big like Amish style beard without the mustache. Cool. All right. So you guys are heading out, and we will. Yo, Josh, give me some of them snacks, bro.
Same.
You guys head out. So let's go ahead and roll some perception checks.
Ooh.
Yay.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh, that beautiful bean foot.
I got a 16 plus 4, 20.
Dang good.
Oh!
I got a
Oh, Steven, you're proficient too. Oh man. Okay. I mean, with a 20 and Kiki, your mind is kind of like in this thing where it's like, I can't think about what happened this morning. I need to focus on something else. You kind of hone in on this area. So there's this kind of it's going up. It's kind of going up, and you guys are kind of getting into like the mountainous area. You kind of see on the backside of like this kind of like rock wall. See like this little like flash of light, and then another 6 seconds later. Another flash of light, and then a flash of light.
Whoa.
Yeah, Kiki kind of puts her hand out and is like pointing to it. And she instantly starts walking towards it.
Dope. You walk and you are kind of heading around, and you hear this just like
Somebody cutting the cheese.
sound. It's just like this light kind of like it almost sounds like that sound whenever you have like a campfire or something and the wind blows really hard. It's like that kind of like whoosh sound. You guys hear that, and well, you hear that as you are getting closer to this like light source. And as you kind of come around like the couple trees that are kind of there, you see a ditch basically. And on the other side of the ditch, there is like this solid rock wall that you saw kind of like the glare. Looking down into the ditch, there is
Are we going to find a dead body?
Ooh. Stand by me.
You guys kind of like cautiously approach, and you kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, check it out. You see there was a little bit of a rock slide, and down, tangled up in that rock slide, is the upper half of your friend Cypress.
Kiki is instantly riding the rocks down and like going to get him out.
Okay, Cypress, Cypress, you kind of instantly hear this like, oh,
hi, Kiki.
Stick! Where have you been?
I've been here.
This
I'm
whole time?
casting produce flame at this rock that's crushing me. I've been here a while.
Kiki is trying to like quickly like touch it to move it aside so then it doesn't like burn her.
Oh, that rock has to be 2,000 degrees.
Yeah, she's like.
Well, it's not a very powerful flame. I don't know. I can't really do much else.
He's using the spell the cantrip produce flame like every 6 seconds. He doesn't sleep at all. He only needs to just like sit still for like a couple hours, and then he's like good to go. So for like 20 hours a day for the last 8 to 9 months, every 6 seconds.
This rock has to be like solid black now. Like
it's scorched. It is scorched all over.
There's a lot of little rocks,
but you can see.
It's not just one big one.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's a bunch. There's a bunch of rocks on him.
We need to get this guy a waystone.
A speaking stone?
I've got plenty of stones. I don't need any more.
Kiki is furiously trying to shove the rocks aside, all while like, did you hit your head? Like, what happened?
I'm kind of afraid to go closer because there's rocks flying out, so I'm kind of just waiting a little bit.
Well, I've been here a while. Yeah.
What? How
Long
long?
while. Well, I don't know. A few months. Got through the winter. It was annoying because I had to melt the ice and then the rocks. And then the spring rains came, and well, then as more rocks turned into mud, so I had to dig out the mud. I got buried again. That wasn't fun. Well, I've been working at it. Oh man, old friends come by every once in a while, but I can talk to them, but they don't really understand me. It's nice to be able to talk to somebody.
At least talk to them and they'll talk back.
Well, I think they understand me, but they can't talk to me. Well, not in this way, at least. All I gotta say, this is nice. It's much better than yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I had an argument with Bobby.
Oh.
Bobby is that rock over there. He just insulted me, and I said, Bobby, I've had enough of you. Always down in the dumps, and I gotta be good. I'm gonna get out of here. Negativity? Nope, can't do it.
Well, let's try and get him out of there.
Yeah.
Hey, you're all here.
I start moving all the little rocks around the landslide away.
Oh.
We're sticking some rocks in this case.
Dang. That was a good one. We got to pause. We got to pause for that one.
Yeah. That was really good. Were you sitting on that this entire time?
Actually, you can just cover me back up now. That'll be great.
Kiki put the tiny one just on his head.
Thank you, Kiki.
It's a little hat. It's a boulder.
All right, let's come out of there. What do we got to do?
So can
I'm just waiting. You guys are on a roll.
I'd say the landslide was the one on a roll.
Oh.
Right. So this whole time, Verbril has actually been thinking and scanning the environment to try to figure out how we can get him out without, I guess, any environmental hazards or obstacles coming down on us.
If you want to go ahead and roll an investigation check, you can
yeah.
Because it's not perception; it is investigation. You are actively looking for okay, if we move this rock here, is this going to cause another rock slide?
Yes. Correct.
Roll investigation. Whoever wants to can.
I got a nat 20!
What's your investigation plus?
Kiki really wants to say.
So you got a 21.
Yeah.
Kiki really wants to say Cypress. Let's go.
Yeah. She just really needs a distraction right now.
Kiki, nat 20s! Nat 20s!
Plus 8? My goodness. How are you plus 8?
I'm plus
I
1.
knew I could count on you guys. Took you a little longer to get here, but that's all right.
Just off by a couple months.
I thought we added everything up.
Not yet. So you have proficiency
so
in one skill, I believe.
Okay. So it'll just be 4 then.
Okay. I mean, you still got a 24.
Okay.
Obviously. Kiki, you remember seeing a few big sturdy branches up above, and you're kind of like, well, you know, we could maybe use those to kind of, and like as you're thinking that, and you start kind of like heading back up the slope, like Gabriel's already there, like we could use this as a measure. You know,
Like a baton pass, just instantly, like insane.
yeah.
I'm down there like
Gabriel,
moving rocks and causing more problems.
Yeah, Marilyn's
I,
kind of like, maybe we should move this one, and you move it, and like another one, like kind of, like
Lands
covers
on
his, like,
Cypress's
arm.
leg.
Verbrillia, Marilyn, slow down, stop.
Hey, Mary, I think I see something down there. Why don't you go investigate that? Yeah. Here's something coming, Mary.
Anyways, so he says, go investigate that over there, and you look up, Marilyn, and you are actually at the mouth of a cave.
Ooh.
There is a natural kind of cave formation that goes down in there. It's very dark inside. There is some natural sunlight coming in, but
Right on.
eventually down the way, like you can't really see, and everybody can see correctly. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he says, go investigate that over there. Hey, no moving around. I don't know. Delete that one. All right, now you're just in one spot.
Wait, I can't see anything. My screen is black.
Oh no. Scroll down.
Try scrolling down.
Yep, all the way down.
Hold on.
Let's see. Oh, crap. Got it. Thank you. I was like, when did I zoom in? What the heck is that? All right.
My first
Right,
instinct
everybody
is to
can see,
just
right?
run my icon all the way through this.
Dude, I love our tokens. So cool.
These
Good,
are just the
cool.
temporary ones that you guys sent me. I am going to eventually switch over to the full portraits once those are done.
Wow.
Ethan is working very studiously on those, and you guys,
Okay.
you guys will be able to see those as soon as they're done, because I will post them on the thing here. Yeah, so Vabril and Kiki are working to get Cypress kind of out. But yeah, you guys are standing kind of here at the mouth of this cave.
Yeah, you probably don't need to catch us on fire while we're trying to get the rocks off, by the way.
So me and Vabril.
Cool. I believe you have access to the torch in your journal.
Wait, Kiki, where are you?
That's what I was asking. Me and Vabril, are we still with Cypress?
There we go. Hey, get that torch out of here.
Get that torch out of here.
All right, hold on. I have to go in and I have to adjust those to give off bright lights, because for some reason it doesn't save the dynamic lighting settings on the token page. All right, so that torch up at the top will give dynamic lighting. Let me work on this other one. How many torches are you guys getting out?
I've got one.
Okay. All right.
Kiki has dark vision. So.
Nice. Depending on where Vabril is, he'll probably have one too.
So I was about to say, yeah. So me and Vabril, are we still back with Cypress?
Yeah, you guys are currently digging that out.
Okay.
By that, I mean
by Cypress. What are all these icons?
Are you talking about the torches?
No, these like matting stuff.
If click anywhere else, it'll go away.
Character portrait.
Well, yeah, but what do they do?
They signify different things like death, status, poison, paralysis, that kind of stuff.
Pretty dope.
That's cool.
Cool.
Okay, sorry.
All right, we will go ahead and skip the 5 minutes that it takes to dig Cypress out. Cypress, For the first time in like 8 months, you are free from this rock slide. Kind of gets up, stretches around.
I still can't believe he got stuck.
Like he doesn't have muscle tendons that get tight, and yet he still stretches after he gets up. Gabriel, you and Aeon kind of notice that. Like, why would a robot need to stretch? Huh. But it's like this unconscious thing that he just does. He's like, even though there's no muscles or tendons for him to.
That feels good.
Okay.
That feels real nice. All right. Well, now I can go see what's in this down cave. I've been staring at it for a real long time.
I was about to say, have you just been staring at it?
Anything come in or out since you've been here?
Yeah.
You hear noises every once in a while, like in between, like
some noises.
Hey, can you guys stop moving around? Jeez, Louise.
Hey, I'm going into the cave. That was established.
All right.
Tap, tap. Tap, tap. That's right. I want to play.
I'm just waiting like a good boy. All right.
All right. Whoever's up there at the top, get back.
Sorry.
I do like it though because I couldn't see where you went after you went around the bend with the lighting, how it works. It's neat.
Yeah, really neat.
Is there any way to translate like dark vision onto like your tokens?
Yeah, I can put dark vision on your tokens, but ASMR.
Does Kiki have dark vision if she's not a tiefling?
ASMR.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's a mystery. I know.
Your racial features aren't a mystery to you.
Yeah, no.
You know if you can see in the dark or not.
I was just asking because I was curious. I wrote it down in my journal.
That I have dark vision?
Yeah. Well, I was curious if you did or not, since you're not a tiefling. I don't know what you are.
No!
I haven't heard anything about that.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
No, you guys, everyone who kind of like is around Kiki knows, like, her eyes don't have pupils. They're just amber eyes. She has golden freckles all over her face that like faintly reflect sunlight. Like, you know, like you've all seen her parents. So
she thought that she was just a late bloomer.
Yeah, that was the story. You know, Kiki was always like, I'm just a late bloomer.
My horns will grow in.
He's like, she'd have horns by now.
But she still has no idea. So
yeah, Cypress would have no idea either. I'm 100% clueless, just like me.
Okay, so yes, your race does have night vision. Let me turn that on for you.
Yeah.
Let me get that for you. All right, that should be a little easier for you to see now.
And Drew, I won't have a torch, but I'll just be producing flame as needed. And I can carry it around.
Take one of those torches with you as you move along. You should be able to select it as a group.
Mm-hmm.
I have these two little tiny baby torches in the back signifying sunlight. So there's that.
I still can't see past the.
Yeah, I put a wall there because you guys keep trying to climb up to the top of the map. Jeez,
I had to go experiment.
It's like my kids with a brand new toy. What's this do? Boom, and it breaks.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, so you guys kind of all light your torches and you're ready to set off into the mouth of the cave. I think this is a good place. We'll take a little bio break. Come back in 5 minutes. Everybody get a drink of water, use the bathroom if you have to.
Yep.
Say goodnight to your significant others if you have any.
Rip.
Ciao, bello.
All right. All right. Welcome back to the world of Elia. Our intrepid band of heroes is about to dive into their first dungeon. Welcome back. What mysteries await? Fell deeds will be beholden. All right, moving on. Cool. So you guys, let's talk about marching order. Who is going in first?
Kiki's running in. Like, I don't know about y'all.
That is very dangerous.
Oh, we're young enough to experiment with that. Let her
I
go.
think maybe the 6'8" giant robot would take a lead, perhaps. Just saying.
All right, put yourselves in marching order. You probably might need to hold down the Alt key when you do, because the grid that I got this map for didn't quite align with the thing. I'm still working on that, getting the grids to align. So if you hold down the Alt key when you move your token, it'll just drop wherever you place it instead of snapping it to the grid. Or you can go over to the little upside down Q thing and just click on no snapping.
Yeah, so I've got produce flame going. Once I do it, I can hold it there for 10 minutes. So I don't have to keep flashing it. So I'm just, my little fingers of flame, just walking.
And it's not a lot. It's not a lot of light.
No.
Let's see.
It's 10-foot bright light, 10-foot dim light.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and remove the kind of this thing. We'll say that you guys go ahead and find kind of like your marching order. Kiki kind of rushes in and everybody's like, wait! Maybe let the big giant robot go first. So you guys kind of get in your marching order and you venture inside the cave. There's sounds of trickling water. There is a wind rushing through, maybe a slight kind of chittering noise through coming through the echo of the chamber. And let's see. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Cypress, since you are in the front.
Yep, it came out 14 plus modifier would be 18 total.
Okay, definitely you are, and especially you are acutely kind of in sync and always looking for animals. As you get closer, you see the glint of two little reflective eyes, which you instantly kind of recognize, like, oh, there's a little critter ahead. So you see the reflective eyes of a giant rat that is sitting there kind of minding its own business. And as a druid, are you going to do anything?
Hello, little one. Will you come in peace?
It runs. All right, so the rat runs off.
Oh, all right. He's shy. That's okay.
Oh. Cool. You guys going to keep going?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go.
All right.
Oh, there's two different branchings there, left or right.
So you kind of notice that the main path that you guys were on kind of branches off. It's not like a clean branch. It's just where the natural rock formation has kind of come, kind of formed like this. And there's like a little puddle where the water has been sitting there. Is probably from whatever river washed out through here to make the cave.
I can't get through that little thing. I'll go around.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so Cypress keeps venturing on into the cave. You see that the rat didn't just run away from you. He ran over to his pack of friends that were kind of all huddled up in the corner over there. And so, what do you do?
I can't see them on my screen here. Oh, there they go.
All right, you hear it's really hard for me to tell because some
Yeah.
people have night vision and can see up there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, oh, that area is lit up.
Yeah,
Kiki, you are right behind him.
could've
And
just
you
told
can
him that they're there.
see in the dark that there is a pack of rats up in that
Yeah.
corner. Up there.
Yeah, Kiki instantly like nopes and is like nope. Like let's turn around
Don't run over me.
because it's a bunch of cornered animals in a pack.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I can't see him, but I trust you, Kiki. I can hear him.
Go talk to him.
All right, I'll go up, talk to him. Slowly. Slowly. Hello, rats. Ain't gonna bother you.
Okay.
We're just
let's
making our way through.
So what are you saying? Are you gonna say anything as you're going
Yeah,
up to him?
I'll say, hello, rats.
Slowly creeping along the other wall.
And I say with fire in my hand, it's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
Everything's-
They
seems
sputter
all right.
at you, and the front one kind of stands his ground, and the other ones are kind of now moving around.
All right, Mac. All right.
See, we shouldn't even have spoken to him. Brett was like, we just should have kept going.
Oh, no, it's all right. I know how to talk to rats.
No.
Let's
No.
Oh, wait, those are bones. Oh, I don't
Okay,
think these rats
so-
want to talk.
Which one are you talking to?
The big one.
The big one? Okay, this little one runs up on the side and attacks you. Roll initiative, everyone.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Don't worry,
Hey
guys.
there, little one.
I got this.
Nat 20.
Okay, Kiki.
This is insane. Oh god, what do we add to initiative? Our dex modifier?
Yep.
Yeah.
21.
Oh, Dex, I didn't have that.
Yeah, go ahead and post it in the chat whenever you got it.
And we still have our weapons that we got for like, I think it was like a club.
Yeah, I'll let you decide whether you just have like a belt knife or if you actually have like a little bludgeoning tool thing. I'll let you decide.
I think she would have a knife.
Okay.
I got a little sling.
I had written down club because like when they were little I could see that, but being like kind of like a preteen, I could see her switching over to like a knife.
Oh yeah, much cooler. Everybody else in the group has one.
Yeah, I'm using a little sling.
I mean, shit, Maryland has like 10.
Oh, yeah, I got one of you on.
All right, Josh, you and Steven have the same number. You guys decide between you who's going first.
My dex mod is 4. What's yours?
1.
All right, so it's Milo and then Vabril.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
And Ian's coming in last. All right, cool. Starting out, Kiki, you kind of see this rat and you're like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And it's like getting ready and about to jump up to attack Cypress. What are you doing?
I'm attacking the rat that is attacking Cypress.
You're just going to run up and be like, no, no, no. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
Kind of trying to put myself between Cypress and the rat. I got a 12. And do I add anything to that?
You are using a strength or you're using a dexterity. I'll let you choose. You can either do your dex mod or your strength mod.
They're both the same. Let's go with strength. So it's just +1. So 13.
Okay, yeah, 13 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your d4 and add your +1.
Okay, let me find my d4. Do I have one? I'm just gonna roll one on here.
That's what I do all the time.
1d4 plus 1, so 4.
Okay. So, you did your damage. Very good. It's going to go ahead and attack. Somehow, Cypress, even though you don't have flesh, blood,
Sorry about that.
bones, it somehow finds a way to like sink its big gnarly fangs into like a spot that hurts. You take 1 point of damage.
Ooh.
All right, Matt, come on now. You're talking it out.
You look, the rat's just like hanging off his shoulder, and he's like trying to shake it.
Yeah, it's just like dangling there, like.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So this next one's going to come up. It's going to roll with advantage because of pack tactics. It hits because of advantage. So you take another 1 point of damage.
All right.
You down to 4, guys. Okay. Milo, you're up.
All right, party wipe the rats. Here we go. Now I'm gonna fire my sling at the big one attacking Cypress.
Okay.
I move a little bit, like right there. And that one.
Nice.
Recent scrub.
The sling bounces off the wall and hits Milo in the head.
Now we'll say you go to release and you hit like you're swinging your sling and you're like, I got this, guys. You're actually bringing your swing around and it hits Aeon, who is kind of right behind you. Right behind you.
Look at his face.
But it kind of bounces off his horn. It's But you don't take any damage, Aeon. Josh, you're up.
All right. Verbril is going to
Get him, Fab.
Verbril is going to move up and going to attack the one that Kiki hit. All right. Ha.
You got to roll to see if you hit first, bro.
Oh, yeah. What the heck am I doing? All right.
So used to Thor just hitting every fucking thing.
Stop. Wow.
Okay, so you kind of swing and you kind of curse to yourself as you miss because like you knew if you'd practiced more and your dad hadn't been so strict with you about carrying like a knife on you, like you knew like, oh, wish I'd practiced more, but he's always on me about that.
Oh, Brilla's pissed off, man. Dang it.
Okay, so the next turn to move is this giant rat over here. It's going to come over here, and it's like, oh, hey, this looks like fresh meat. It's going to attack Marilyn here. So
Bring it on, ugly.
what did we say? 10 was your, what was your AC? It was 10 plus your Dex mod?
I think so.
I think so. 13.
Okay. So your AC is 13. It does not latch onto you. It's got this really nasty look in its eyes as it misses. It's Buddy's turn, who is going to run over here. And he's going to roll with advantage. And he hits. This tiny little rat comes up and just bites you, and you take 1 point of damage.
Oh, lovely.
Cool. Kyle, it's your turn.
All right. Is that one rat still hanging off of Cypress?
Yes. You have 2 rats attacking you right now. and there's one
Okay.
hanging off the cypress.
I've had a line in my head, so I'm gonna use it. I look at the rat that's hanging off a cypress, and I'm gonna use vicious mockery and say, "You chew on a birch stick, not cypress, you dummy." And try vicious mockery.
Okay.
So I'd roll a D4 for that. It has to pass a wisdom saving throw. And I rolled a 2. 15. It has to be a 15.
What? Okay, so it rolls a 15. A giant rat, surprisingly, does not have a negative on his wisdom roll. And he got a natural 1.
Nice.
So he fails. How much damage did you say you did on that?
2.
2 points.
And then it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Disadvantage on his next attack. Okay.
Before the end of its next turn. So it has
Yes.
to attack its next turn.
Quite right.
Okay. It doesn't kill it outright, but you can see, like, you say that and it kind of like shivers, like it's still latched onto Cypress, but it did not like that. Cypress, it is your turn.
All right. So there's one that's hanging off me that's real hurt. The other one hasn't been hit yet.
Correct.
Right. I'm going to try to, my produce flame, the ball of fire I'm having, I'm just going to like push it right on its head. It'll be disadvantage since it's a ranged attack at close range. But here we go. It would have been a 22, but it's a 13 instead.
Yep, 13 hits.
I rolled an 8, so 8 points of fire damage.
Okay, you completely just like you roast this giant rat. It like fully just like curls back, and it's the smell of roasted food, I will say, is not very pleasant. But that's what everybody is smelling right now.
That was not very nice, was it? Bad rat.
Dead. Can I do? How did you guys get the big? There we go. All right, there's the big X through. All right, that one's dead. It's the other rat's turn. It's going to come over here. It says, "You killed
Drew. Sorry. If that other one's hanging on me, if I move, is it going to move with me?
No.
Okay.
We'll see. Like, if you kind of sidestep it, like its teeth slip and falls off.
Okay, I would move my guy up a little bit, just to kind of approach the other two that were up here, kind of get some distance.
Well, that actually makes it easier for this rat who is like, "You killed my brother." He's going to come over here and attack.
You big rat.
But he misses. This one here is going to obviously just approach its closest target. It says, "You killed my brother's brother." But it rolled a 2. Shout out to the 2 crew. And misses.
Ooh.
Ian, it is your turn.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak. Hey, Ian, what's up, buddy? What you doing? You were waiting for me to say Karek, weren't you? Yep, you're at the bottom of the order here, buddy.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's got a -4 to these. Rats are not very smart. So a 5 minus 4 is a 1. Now, which rat were you targeting? Okay. Sweet. So he's got Bane on him, essentially. Dope. Yeah, you see, would you say that your magic has like is there like a line of like kinetic energy that goes to it, or it just kind of happens on its own?
Ooh.
Dope. So it's kind of like that scene where like if you want to break it down, there's like this moment where the camera kind of zooms in, kind of like on your face, and you're just like, your eyes go black, and then all of a sudden you see the rat kind of like, nice. I love it. Kiki, we are back at the top of the order. What are you doing?
I'm very glad I did not take another bite just then.
I had one of those moments.
I know, right? The rat that's in front of me, what's its status?
It has a bare, thin thread of life that it is clinging to. It's bleeding profusely from like all of its pores.
That's concerning.
Ooh, dirty cave rat pores. Ooh.
I think Kiki's gonna move to another rat that's actively attacking. Because she does recognize that like this is their home, this is their turf, and they're just defending it. But actively wanting to like attack and like save their friends. So I guess the one that is facing Cypress, I think that's going to be the closest one.
Okay. Dope. Roll an attack hit, add your dexterity modifier to the roll there.
I got a 2. Plus 1 is a 3.
Plus 1. Okay, so you kind of swing and miss. The rat's a little more agile than what you had thought.
Wait, look, it's got like damp shoes on.
Yep, pretty much. Let's see. Oh, geez. This guy is going to go next. He's going to make a break for it. Vabril, you are right next to it. You can use a reaction to take a attack of opportunity if you wish.
Oh yeah, Vabril needs to get better. He's upset he missed the first time, so Vabril swings mightily, and let's see what happens with the hit. There we go.
You can't do less than 1 damage, which it has left. So you just kind of like, I'll get you this time. God. And
There you go.
It kind of like splatters up against the wall.
Nice.
Crumples and dies.
Vabril feels good about that right there. Yeah.
Okay, Milo, you're up.
All right, I'm rolling to attack the one that did damage to Maryland with my sling.
Love that.
It's 9 plus 6, 15.
Yep.
Hey, he hits this time.
I'm proficient in weapons, and I use a dex mod for sling, so it's 8 damage.
You straight up David and Goliath this thing, man. You, after the failure of your last one, you're like, I'm so much better than this. Come on. You're swinging around, and you throw the stone, and it just, boom, right in straight of the head. It just like collapses on its own feet. And you kill it right out. 1-hit wonder. Boom. Cool. Vabril, it's actually your turn.
All right, Verbril is going to dash. Well, not dash. I'm sorry. He's going to run over here and take a whack at that rat.
I roll it.
Come on, Verbril. You're on a roll. 19 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
Beautiful. And then we're going to roll 1d4 for one. Max, 4 damage.
Okay, so it actually is dead.
Oh, Verbril is on a
killed
roll.
your second giant rat. I think we might have a new rat bane, guys.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Our podcast name will be Rat Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
And you can see on Verbril's face there's a little bit of like joy and a little bit of a smirk, just because he's getting to like have fun and use the sword, and Dad is not around, so he's like enjoying it right now.
It's like everything that you've kind of like built up in that mental argument that you always have with your dad is like,
Yep.
like, yes, see, friends. Dope. Okay, so it actually was going to be their turn, so it's a good thing you did that one. Cypress, your turn. That's you, Cypress. What you doing?
Yeah, sorry, unmute. I'll do the same, produce flame. So this one, I go to hold it steady and just drop another flame right on its head. That's a 15 to hit.
Yep.
5 points fire damage as I just hold it.
This one was a little like greasier and wetter than the last one, so it doesn't instantly like ignite. Definitely hurt, and it does not like what you're saying.
Right.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yeah, so that's turn. That rat's turn. It is going to try to bolt out of there. Cypress and Kiki, you guys can take advantage. Attack of opportunity if you want.
Yep.
Kiki's not.
Let's see. Hold on. I think I have a quarter staff. Let me see. I think that's a D6 or a D8.
It's a walking stick.
That's a D6. Okay, so that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
6 points plus 2 for strength.
You needed 2. Okay,
yeah.
It's a rat.
You knocked the rat out the front door.
You just like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I pulled the stick from my back, which I couldn't. It was on my back, so that's why I couldn't use it as leverage to get all the rocks off. But just, without even looking, just smack it as it tries to run past.
Yeah. I will say this, Cypress, you do that just like thing, and you have this moment where you're like, huh, that felt really natural. Anyways. All right. It is the next rat's turn. Having seen its entire family slaughtered before its eyes, it is going to dash off this way. And Kiki, are you going to use a reaction? No? Okay. So
God, no.
Camper this way, and it is out.
I want you to know Kiki just feels horrible about this entire thing.
There are dead rats like at everyone's feet, essentially. 10, 15. It moves 30 and then it dashed, so it's out. And with that, it is essentially scampered out of combat. Oops, I put that X on the torch. The torch is dead, everybody.
I was wondering why it was so big.
There we go. Yeah, this rat's dead. Yeah, I'm going to move all the rats. You guys have successfully completed your first battle. Cypress says as these dead rats kind of like twitch.
Kick it just to be safe.
And Verbril kind of says to the group, and I'm trying to figure out, I guess in a probably like a jokey way, but also serious way. No one was, so he says like no one was counting, but that's 2 for me.
Oh yeah, welcome to the club. Yeah, 2 for me too. I mean, if we're just counting this one, I've I've had to tangle with a few nasty critters before. So if we're going to count those, I don't know. But yeah, hey, good job out there, kid.
All right, Cypress.
Cypress, it looks like you got damaged there. Are you good?
Oh, what? Yeah. Well, all right. It's not too bad.
Cool. All right. Are you guys going to continue on?
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
Very good.
You are my way.
Okay, so you find another one of those kind of empty caves, and there's like rat droppings all over the place. There's some rat skeletons.
Wow.
Nothing really worth seeing or keeping. You guys all continue to meander on down the tunnel. I want whoever's in front there, Aeon, Kiki, Vabril, you guys, Cypress, roll stealth checks.
Oh, shoot.
Is that plus dex?
Yes. Dexterity is a stealth thing.
I got a 14 total.
Oh, nat 20!
Oh.
Hey!
Yeah, me and Kiki rolling them 20s tonight, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Got the love tonight.
And, and you know what's so funny, guys? Seriously, my dexterity compared to Thor is horrible. And I'm sitting at a +1. Like I'm 12. My dexterity is 12, so that's pretty cool right there.
Same. Mine's on a 12 too.
That's
You
crazy.
said 20 and now you gotta do 1. That's different.
Cool. All right. So you guys are pretty quiet, and you are all kind of walking. I was kind of doing more like a group check. Everybody, TJ didn't really do so well, but everybody else kind of made up for it. You guys don't necessarily make a lot of noise, and you don't alert the 2 rats that are sitting in this chamber, which is really weird because up until now, you guys have only seen natural rock face. But as you kind of move into this bigger kind of open area, there are cut bricks kind of making a doorway into a kind of room back there. These rats, you see these 2 lumpy forms of rats sleeping back there. So what do you want to do? Oh, in the back of the room, there is a staircase. That's what that little thing down in the corner is. It is a...
Cypress, I don't say anything. I just summon a flame. Like,
I think Kiki wants to investigate the rest of the cave and then come back to this.
I don't know if this is the right time for this, but Vabril is just gonna ask the group a question. Why are we in this cave again?
Dick
Because-
asked us to come in here.
What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
I've been staring at this cave for 8, 9 months. I gotta explore it. I have to.
Okay. That is okay. So
Yeah.
for Vabril's intellect, I needed to know why we were in this doggone cave. So,
I don't like the idea
Yes.
of going further in the cave knowing there's things back here that might attack us.
yeah.
Can I like run down and like see, or would that be like an entirely different course of action?
You could do
You're gonna separate from the group.
You can go if you want.
Yeah.
Bye.
So if we
Oh,
don't know that yet. If Kiki,
there is.
oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah, same.
Okay.
So do you guys want to attack the rats, or how do you want to handle it? You want to try and sneak past them?
I think Kiki wants to sneak past them. Because like they're just taking a nap, bro.
At that time,
I want to. I've got the flame prepped. I'm going to look at Milo has a ranged weapon, and I'll just be like, all three.
I could.
You are starting your countdown to launch the simultaneous attack, and this voice kind of comes out of Aeon's pack. Aeon?
Oh
my gosh.
Are you there, son?
Just turns to Aeon. Shh.
Wow.
Hey, your pants are talking. What's up with that, mate?
That's the cool rock we told you about earlier.
Vibril says, sorry.
Okay, so you are talking. Roll a stealth check, Aeon.
Vibril says, Aeon, really?
Hey.
Still got,
Real
he's got a
quick.
little bit of that Karik in him. Okay.
You put like the rock in your shirt and talking into it.
Your dad
Go
kinda
to the
comes
other
through-
room.
Your dad kind of comes through on the other side. He says, just wanted to check on you, son. How you doing?
Sorry.
A cave?
No.
Hey, you're not up on the ridge, are you? Are you up on the ridge?
On the other side?
Yup.
Aeon, you shouldn't have said that. You should...
Okay, son. As long as there's, you know what? Yeah. No, he says, just be careful, son. Oh, you gotta go. What's so important?
No, I love you.
How far away are the rats?
I mean, they were sleeping because you guys did not wake them up. Yeah, they're like 20 feet away.
Okay.
I think before y'all try and launch the ranged attack, that Kiki wants to try and scoot past.
Okay, well I'll wait here.
No, as soon as you step, no, if you're going to step forward, no, I'm throwing my flame.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a knife.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No, I'm not letting you get close to get bit. So that's
roll a ranged attack. Bro.
Okay. Want me to roll at the same time?
that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that
But-
definitely hits.
What do I add?
For a ranged attack, you add your dexterity modifier.
Gotcha. Hey, I'm new to this.
No, I didn't
But
say.
a 1 on the damage.
Okay.
16 for me.
Okay. Yeah, 16 hits. Roll your damage. Who else is launching an attack?
So, quick question.
Yo.
In that scenario where Kiki wanted to do something and Surprise wanted to do something too, is there like a roll-off battle or something to decide who does what first? Like, how does that work? See what I'm saying? Because she wanted to get past them. He wanted to launch the attack. You see what I'm saying? So,
if
like,
it had been something like they were both reaching for something at the same time, I would make them do some kind of like dexterity check to see who gets it off first.
Okay.
Kiki didn't really say like, I'm going to try and stop Cypress.
Okay.
You just kind of moved over there, and he was, he's like 6'5".
I got you.
He just kind of like just throws it right
seeing
over her head.
6'8".
I'm seeing it now. Okay, thank you. Got it.
Yeah,
My,
it's also she'd have to go like 30 feet, and I just
Got it.
throw a pyro.
All right.
Yeah, if
It's one of those rats.
the walking tree is okay with attacking these animals, I'm probably fine with it.
Gotcha. Just checking.
All right, so yeah, one damage.
All right. So you did one damage, and Marilyn, your attack hit. How much damage did you roll on the dice?
It says I rolled a 3. Do I add? It says +3 on my sheet, but I don't know if that applies since I'm at level 0.
I mean, you just add your dexterity modifier. So.
Oh, that'd be 6.
And were you attacking the same one? That
I am.
Attack?
I don't know that we communicated that, so I would probably leave it up to chance.
Okay, so next time, tell me which one that you're attacking. I'm assuming you probably were like closest one, but with the fire, the rat kind of wakes up and it turns to face you guys. In this, you're using a knife.
Yes.
It just drops right in the skull, and just drops right down. You guys did exactly enough to kill it.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, the rat wakes up.
Yeah, I will give you guys, if you guys each want to do one thing, you'll have a reaction because this rat is just waking up. So I'll give you each a stealth round.
I'll just throw a flame at it.
If you want to do something at this moment, you have a chance. You have basically 6 seconds before it gets back into the combat.
We'll throw a vicious mockery at it. It's like, hey, Mickey Mouse.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you just threw a dagger, and while that's flying through the air, everybody else is acting.
Fair point.
All right. Such an idiot.
Okay. That is a 12 minus 4, 8. Okay, so again, you have this kind of like focus. You can hear the blood kind of pumping in your ears, and then your vision goes poof. And then for a brief second, we'll say that you kind of have that like mental link with the rat, and then it kind of shatters, and that shattering is what that psychic damage kind of comes from. Where it's, and now the rat has a very big migraine. You said 3 damage. You said 3 damage or 4? Okay. Nice. Let's see. Vabril, Milo, and Kiki, you guys have yet to act.
Let's see. Vabril. This thing is now going to attack us because we have already attacked it. So, Vabril,
do it.
Is going to move forward and try to finish it off. All right. Here we go.
We're not in any initiative order, Kiki. If you want to like stop.
Nah, because they have their own actions, and
Dope.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll to hit. Oh my gosh! What the frick?
Because they started this ball.
Being so hyped up on your earlier successes, you're like, I got this, and you walk in, and you swing and miss. Milo,
oh my gosh,
do you want to act before?
Yeah, I shot that arrow. Remember?
You mean the sling?
Yeah.
Did you roll for that?
Yeah, put it in chat. That was when Cypress and Maryland attacked.
Oh, I shot something when Cypress and Maryland did, and 13 hit. Yep, that's definitely. I mean, all I had to do was hit a 12. 6 damage. That is enough to kill it. So maybe. So you actually like kind of hit it, and that's why Vabril missed, because it was like that. One at it. It was already dead, and that dropped down.
Yeah. So you're saying that he missed a dead rat?
Stop. Look,
That makes it even worse. But just for fun too, I had already rolled like my next attack, and it was a 24 hit with 8 fire damage. So he misses it, and then big old fire. Right. Oh, there you go. See if you can hit it now.
whatever, guys. Whatever.
I think Kiki's going to investigate the staircase.
Okay. So we will get to that first because everybody else is already kind of moving down the cave. You kind of step in here and you look at this staircase, and it's a cut stone staircase going up. The staircase actually doesn't really go very far at all. There's like collapsed kind of like beams and rubble and stuff kind of on top of it, kind of blocking off going actually up. So there is...
Can she try and scale it or jump it?
I mean, like where the roof or where the like opening in the ceiling is for the stairs to come up, there is collapsed rubble on top of it. So it's like capped.
Okay.
The stairwell itself is like a cavity that goes up, and like the opening in the floor that allows the stairs to come up is capped. It was just full of like rubble and collapsed debris and stuff. Just like just nothing but like. There's no way that you could get past this the way that you are right now.
Okay.
We are
moving right along.
Moving right along.
I don't know. He said there was nothing down here, but we're wrong.
Okay, so some clarification. Andal asked if Aeon was in a cave on the ridge. You guys kind of went into the mountains. Like the mountains kind of form like the base of the valley. That's where you guys are at. Up on top of the mountains, kind of at the peak, right before you get to like the dam. That's the ridge. So he was like, "You found a cave. It's not the cave by the ridge, is it?" But so he was talking about something else because he didn't know exactly where Aeon was.
Can you describe what this stuff in the room is?
Yeah. Okay. So that first room, you guys walk in, and it's another kind of like set carved stone walls all around. There are planks of really old dilapidated wood with rusted iron, like kind of bands around it and chains. And connected to those chains are 2 skeletons. They are humanoid in shape and form, but they are very old.
Vabril is going to investigate.
Agreed.
All right, roll it.
Let's go.
Okay. And
Yeah, I got.
Okay, so Vabril got a 19. You guys both know, like, you don't see a lot of skeletons, but you've seen books. You guys read books a lot. He's seen a book one time in the library. You saw one of your dad's books. It was like human anatomy, humanoid anatomy. These skeletons are old. They are very old. There's signs of rodents, teeth marks, kind of all over at the bottom where like the feet were touching and stuff. A couple of the toe bones are missing just because of the rats were like, "Oh, yummy." It's kind of like eating popcorn chicken. So they're very old, very dead.
Yeah, I want to touch one.
Yeah, they're definitely dead. You can tell. With your investigation check, I will also say that you see a plethora of torture tools.
Mm.
kind of strewn about the table amongst the rubble. And you piece together that people tied up torture tools. This was some kind of torture room.
Dark.
Kinky.
Very bad things happened here.
Yeah, I want to pat one on the head. Like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yep. I'm
Try and make light of the situation.
leaving the
You
room.
pat and roll a wisdom save.
Oh, fun.
Shoot.
That will be 9.
The skeleton head actually like falls off, and you kind of jump back.
Do we see any kind of signs or symbols or anything? Like
with your intelligence, you would know that torture rooms don't really have signs on the walls saying, "Hey, this is why we're here." You've read stories of like, the hero who was tortured and then he survived and he escaped and he gained revenge. Like, torture rooms really only do one thing. So
yeah, but what Verbrel was trying to get to was, again, there are different kinds of tortures, right? So based on the torture tools, like is there I was trying to say
interrogation.
Yes, if he can try to figure out, I guess, what race or what, you know what I'm saying, like what kind of,
like, were they taking their tongues out? Or did they want them to be able to speak? Things like that.
Well, some are organic matter, and these are very old skeletons. You do see teeth. It's very strange. You notice that the teeth have been removed in specific orders, so that when you bite down, the teeth that are left fill in the gaps of the other teeth. So this person, for however long he was left alive after he was in here, was not able to eat very well because they removed his teeth so that he couldn't bite down and chew things. And that's on both of them.
Like an alligator.
All right.
But, with that, like, these people had a really rough time before the end.
Yeah. All right.
So whoever the torturer was obviously did not have a very good sense of mercy.
Would we be able to do an investigation check on the tools themselves to like see what like they were specifically?
To an extent, you could. I am going to, for the sake of brevity here, say there is nothing in this room besides people getting hurt and tools for hurting people. There are tweezers, pliers, rusty saws, something that looks like a clamp. You're not quite sure where the clamp would go.
I think I'm on my way out the door. On my way back out, I just did a Cypress. Like, you can keep that head if you want. The one that fell off and scared me.
What the hell would I do with a head?
Yeah, there are various. Moving on, the room on the right is various rubble. It's collapsed, kind of maybe bookshelves, but the mildew and mold and the rats and everything else kind of chewed through everything that was there. Unless somebody wants to specifically dig through a pile of moldy rubble.
I feel like I'd probably try and kick it around a little bit. I wouldn't probably investigate too hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a investigation check then for me.
I was going to say Verbrel would dig through that. It's books.
He got a 3.
20.
She doesn't perceive shit.
You got a 20, Kyle?
Yes.
Wow. Game hates me.
Okay. You're kind of like poking around, and you see one book in particular is kind of half readable, legible, if it was a language that you could understand. What languages do you speak?
On my, I don't know as if it's going to change between being a child and an adult. What would you say on that?
On the torture door.
Come back level 1. Is it going to be different, you think?
If nothing else, you could say that you're starting to learn that.
Yeah, so like if you want to say like Elvish because you have an Elvish mom, you could say plausibly you would know Elvish now because she would say little things, phrases like,
Yeah.
well, you're half elf, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I have 5 on my list.
Dang.
If I did it right.
Okay, I will let you
500.
decide story-wise if you want to add those now or on your 5-year gap before you come back as level 1.
Yeah, I think I would have dabbled in Elvish and Dwarvish because of just my ties between those two people, Luca and my mom. So those would be the 2 I'd be working on right now, I think.
Okay, it's not in a language that you understand. Then
Okay, I want to grab it.
you grab it anyways.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ian, you speak Infernal, right?
Oh, snap. Inferno.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's the question I just had too.
Okay. You see the kind of half put together, half remaining book. And in Infernal, it says Journal of Skolaka. Get that one. Skolaka, yes, it's a name. Parshmiel. So, which with your kind of like infernal thing, you're like, that's very interesting. I can read this. With your, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. With your intelligence level, you flip through the pages, and kind of like the right half of the book is pretty much just gone. The only things that's really left is kind of like the center half of the book towards the margin, because that's kind of where the mold and stuff had a harder time getting into the middle of the book. But piecing it together, you can kind of tell it's like a journal of somebody's time here written in Infernal, and based on the amount of words and pages that are kind of left, you gather that this was somebody who lived here, and you're not able to tell, and there's no dates either. But the person who lived here, the word, there's a certain word that keeps kind of repeating, but the word itself isn't in Infernal. It's in a different language. But the word itself keeps repeating, and it keeps repeating. And the thing that you kind of piece together is this guy must have been studying whatever this word was. And it's not a language you understand. So it's kind of like X equals the truth. Whatever X is, solve for X. You're able to decide, like, okay, this person definitely lived here. There are a few times when it talks about like subject didn't say anything today about, and then that's where the page kind of runs off. The words you're not able to read. There's other lines where it says like, today he was able to confess that. So you kind of gather like whoever was writing this journal is probably the one doing the torturing in the next room over there. So he was torturing these individuals and writing whatever it was in this journal.
I have a question.
Yes.
So the languages, are we able to recognize like what type of language it is? So for instance, if like you wrote down on like a piece of paper in Mandarin, you can like discern that it's either Chinese or Japanese or Korean, or like kind of like depending on like your knowledge. But you can get like a general idea.
If you know Chinese, like you specifically, you took Mandarin, so
Yeah.
you would know. Oh, that's Mandarin. But someone like me who has never taken Mandarin, I've had like one lesson in Japanese. It all looks the same to me. So
But
like,
like
if you don't know what a language is or looks like, you'd have no way to tell. Like I have no way to tell what is
French or Italian.
Well, I mean, me specifically, I would have no difference in the knowledge between like whatever they speak in Azerbaijan and India, because to me, all this the like
Sanskrit all looks like Sanskrit.
it all kind of looks like the Sanskrit looks the same to me, so I'm not able to tell. So if you don't speak a language or know about a language, you wouldn't be able to necessarily tell what the language was.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try and keep that book, and if not, if it's too damaged to keep, I want to at least keep a copy of whatever that word that keeps repeating is, just so we can remember what that is.
Sure.
So if we can, Verbril would advise to keep the book.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Add one moldy infernal book into it.
Sounds good. Moving right along. Who the hell's up here?
Me.
Hold on.
Wait.
Someone's getting real brave going through this cave by themselves.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of come to this room. There are two pillars standing here. They are still intact, holding up the roof, and you see a door.
Wait. Where? Okay, there we go.
I go to the door.
Okay, the door is not. It's not a wooden door. It's not a stone door. I mean, like a natural carved rock stone door. It is a like heavy, like solid door. It's like a brass door, so it might have a little bit of oxidization on it, but it is not rusted. It is completely intact, and there is no visible keyhole. There's no words written on it. It does not look like there's any way to open this door.
Well, guys, I think this is a dead end for us.
Hey Cypress. How hot can you get your fire?
Well, I mean, it's more for illumination and it can damage its some, but that thing, I mean, you saw how long it took me to break apart a rock. That looks a bit more solid. I mean, I'll toss a flame at it.
Verbril is gonna roll investigation to look around, check the door, any secret notches or hidden, you know what I mean, like hidden devices.
Okay, yeah. Everybody who wants to try and figure out the door, roll investigation.
4.
4. Secret.
I guess it's an 8. So
I got a 10.
Okay, so it looks like Vabril got the highest. Vabril, like you are obsessed with studying things and knowledge. You are really taken in by like the mystery of this door. There is no visible like crack where the stone wall meets the brass door. There is no obvious keyhole. There's no draft coming in from underneath the door. It is a solid obstacle in your way.
Dang. Okay. And with the investigation too, again, no signs or no symbols Verbril can remember or take down for memory.
Not really. It is a solid brass door with no keyhole, no nothing.
No, nothing.
The word that is written in that book that keeps popping up, I have no idea how to pronounce this. That's the word. You don't know what language it is. You don't know
What the heck?
You don't know anything about it. You just keep seeing these letters in the book somehow. You don't know what it is. Yeah, because none of you would have a reason to learn this language. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
because we don't know it, we can't pronounce it.
Would we be able to just try and like push on the door?
You want to push on the door?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. You push on the door and nothing happens.
Sliding door.
What about trying to? Is it like floor to ceiling?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Or looks that way? Are there any kind of protruding parts on the door?
Melon, shut up, John.
No, that's just what Vabril investigated. It doesn't appear like there's any cracks at all. Like there's not even like a breeze coming from underneath the door or anything.
All right, so
Melon. Just speak friend and enter, guys. Come on.
Friend.
yeah, so Vibril is thinking, since there's like no, so based on the investigation check that Vibril kind of went through, there's no way to get in. Vibril is thinking it might have to be kind of like a vocal, I guess, keyword or a vocal password. But again, we don't like. Vibril is a little bit upset because based on his knowledge and based on the book that Cal found, like, I don't know what it is. We don't know what it is, but he just wants to voice the opinion to the group that this might be something verbal we might need to say to let us through the door.
Okay.
Or for the door to open up.
We don't have
So,
any clues.
Vabril voices to the group. Maybe it has some kind of voice command. Is there I don't know, what would you say to open a door?
Open sesame.
Nothing happens.
All right, guys, I'm out of ideas.
Vibril, go ahead.
A play.
Okay. you kind of you kind of try it out a few times. Nothing initially happens at first, and you try to say it. And one time you say "Yixtos," and all of a sudden the door and it slides open.
Let's go.
I was about to say if we don't recognize the language, we don't even know how it's pronounced. But okay.
We're saying with his, he was trying to like voice it,
Yeah.
kind of trying to bring it out. He was saying it different ways.
And so based off that, you can see a little bit of relief on Vibril's face that like we figured it out. Because again, knowledge is anyway.
Knowledge is power.
That's right. He just and Vibril actually anyway. Aeon, good job, man. Way to figure it out.
High fives all around.
Woo.
Let's press on.
I can't
Okay, so you guys come through this way. It's strange. There's a very different feel on this side of the door. Everything previous has been worn and ravaged by mold and mildew, rats, who knows what else. But this side of the door, pristine.
Where's our light?
The torch is
about
still
to
back
say.
in the main room.
I can't grab it.
I can't either.
Just
We have to be
okay. Hold on. I'm gonna pop a new one down.
Re-enter the Konami code.
Hey, Kiki went down there to go get it in person.
Yeah. I was
guys,
like, maybe it's a proximity thing.
She seriously took her token down there to go
There you
get it.
go. Here you go.
I love it. I love it.
Torch.
Torch is my best friend.
I brought my torch out.
Okay, this side of the door is pristine. It's clean. There's dust. Obviously, there's some, there's some sconces in the wall that look like they haven't been activated in a long time. And above the sconces, there's, some old burn marks. But aside from like the normal wear and tear, there is no sign that any moisture or any type of meddling force has come in here yet. So you guys noticed that.
Well, that's weird.
I like this, Doug. Let's keep going.
I don't think we'll find any rats in here.
It's like the oh no. Anyways. We found a boss room.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys enter this large, rounded kind of room. I didn't put anything up here, but in this top section, there are candelabras, stands. There are places of candles that haven't been lit in a long time. You guys are walking around, and that word is kind of written in that same whatever that language is, but you see it. It says like Ixdos something 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 something. But there's that word again. So you guys all kind of make your way into the center area, and as you look around the walls, there are tapestries, perfectly preserved tapestries hanging on the walls all the way around. And without really describing every single little detail, we'll suffice it to say it's the vision that you guys had. You had some kind of dream. What? This looks really familiar somehow. It's this weird sense of deja vu of like, I've seen this before, but no, obviously I haven't. It's a horrendous planet-wide almost looking battle of, there is imagery of forces coming down from the mountain, and there's dark shadow on one side, and there is another side that has forces of light, and there is kind of sun shining behind them and coming this way. And at the center of it all is the moon, one of the two moons of this world, that is highlighted. And there's a halo around it. It is glowing, and there are pieces in the middle of the moon that are starting to kind of like, it looks like from the tapestry it's coming out. It's about to erupt. It's about to explode. And sitting on the middle of this pedestal, you see this 20-sided item. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like is it a bottle? No, that's some kind of glassware. No, it's emitting like a pulsing light. And it's just sitting on this pedestal in the middle of this room.
I want you to know Kiki's hands are like itching.
Kiki, be careful. I was trying to type it in. Don't touch.
I know, I saw it.
Don't touch that, Kiki.
It's irresistible of having something in the center of the room on a pedestal. Kiki, that's like,
roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh crap, Kiki.
I got a 16, and my wisdom is +4, so 20.
You are able to, like, you blink, and you say, "How did I get so close? What's going on?" You feel this pull. It's like, come.
I think I want to ask Cypress if he knows anything about this, or if he's seen this, since he's been taking on some of these things. We've been picking up some information about him investigating these things. I want to see if he knows anything about it.
Do I recognize the device or the magical energies?
You've never seen anything like this. These tapestries on the wall, though, they look really familiar.
I was going to ask, did I have that dream too? Because I know there was the opening sequence of the first one, but I wasn't in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had this weird moment. It's the only moment that you remember, that you consciously remember not being actively awake.
I really,
but you don't know what any of that means, so whatever.
I really want to touch it. That's the thing. I think that Kiki is going to she understands that it's talking to her and
It's not it's not saying any audibly word.
Yeah,
word,
no.
But you feel like this magnetic pull.
I think that she's gonna take her dagger and throw it at it.
Kiki, no.
I say too
throw a
late.
dagger
Watch
and
out. No.
It just bounces off.
Yeah.
What if I throw a shoe at it?
I say once again, watch out. No.
You throw a shoe? Are you going to take off one of your shoes and throw it at it?
I think I'll come up and try to put a hand on Kiki. Just
Cypress, you
shoes off, man.
So, Cypress, you are right next to Kiki, who is right next to this device. I want you to make a wisdom saving.
Oh crap!
Okay, I'll walk up. Oh, okay. All right.
See, that's what. All right. So,
Kiki, that's
14.
14. Cypress reaches out and touches the device, and he doesn't move afterwards.
Kiki pokes him.
Okay, the second you touch Cypress, everybody else sees Kiki and Cypress are not moving.
what is wrong with y'all? So for Brill, it's like,
I should
guys.
have thrown my shoe at him.
So real quick,
Still shooing him.
I wanted Verbrill wanted to kind of I guess when Aeon figured out how to pronounce, or when he was trying to figure out how to pronounce that name or whatever, and the door opened, Verbrill took notice of that and took a liking to Aeon for being able to figure that out. Again, being driven by knowledge, right? So just want to kind of throw that out there. Like there was in our childhood for Verbrill, something sparked in towards. But I would I kind of walk up to Aeon and I guess suggest maybe we try to say the word again and see what happens.
Real quick, I want to do something. Did Cypress drop his staff just in the excitement to pick up the thing when he did?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, never mind.
I want to go ahead and put the idea out that I think Aeon should probably hang back a little bit, and if it gets any worse, it might be a good idea to call home. Just keep that in mind. If it gets ugly with all of us, we need someone. We need to try to get word out.
You know what? As a matter of
Kyle's not here. Marilyn is here.
As a matter of fact, Verbrill kind of takes notice that Cypress and Kiki are not moving, and so because of that, I don't know if you allow me to do this, DM, but this is part of my my sage, I guess, nature or whatever. But I can actually remember everything I see or hear, and so I'm going to repeat the word however you pronounce that. I can't pronounce it right, but I'm actually going to Yes, Ixtos. So I'm going to say that and see what happens.
You say Ixtos, and nothing happens.
Dang it!
You gather with your high intelligence. You gather this is some kind of almost like the temple room of whatever the phrase is. Like it's not like this entire temple is devoted to this word. It's like this word was the key to get in here, but it's not like an activation word for the whatever this 20-sided dodecahedron is.
Okay. Verbrill is going to roll an investigation.
Before we go any further, guys, it is 11:30. Okay. There's just a little bit left. If you guys want to say, hey, let's just say that for the next session, we can do that. Or if you want to power through, we can get through it. Probably. What?
I'm good either way.
Sounds like I'm ready for bed.
No, we came so far. But I respect it. I'm down for whatever. I want to keep going, but I respect I respect y'all who got to go, so we should. Yeah.
No, I appreciate you guys' input, and I'm going to work on cutting down the intros. Probably not going to do anymore. A whole lot of family. Hey, this is breakfast things, because I realize that takes a lot of time. So next time we will continue right off where we are now.
Okay.
And we will probably, depending on if we finish the segment or not, we will go right into phase 3. We'll just do like another time skip into phase 3.
What the?